Preface. About OpenStax. OpenStax is part of Rice University, which is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit charitable corporation. As an educational initiative, it's our mission to transform learning so that education works for every student. Through our partnerships with philanthropic foundations and our alliance with other educational resource companies, we're breaking down the most common barriers to learning. Because we believe that everyone should and can have access to knowledge. About OpenStax's resources. Customization. American Government 3E is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International (CC BY) license, which means that you can distribute, remix, and build upon the content, as long as you provide attribution to OpenStax and its content contributors. Because our books are openly licensed, you are free to use the entire book or select the sections that are most relevant to the needs of your course. Feel free to remix the content by assigning your students certain chapters and sections in your syllabus, in the order that you prefer. You can even provide a direct link in your syllabus to the sections in the web view of your book. Instructors also have the option of creating a customized version of their OpenStax book. The custom version can be made available to students in low-cost print or digital form through their campus bookstore. Visit the Instructor Resources section of your book page on openstax.org for more information. Art attribution. In American Government 3E, most art contains attribution to its title, creator or rights holder, host platform, and license within the caption. Because the art is openly licensed, anyone may reuse the art as long as they provide the same attribution to its original source. To maximize readability and content flow, some art does not include attribution in the text. If you reuse illustrations from American Government 3E that do not have attribution provided, use the following attribution. Copyright Rice University, OpenStax, under CC BY 4.0 license. Errata. All OpenStax textbooks undergo a rigorous review process. However, like any professional-grade textbook, errors sometimes occur. In addition, the wide range of topics, data, and legal circumstances in government and politics change frequently, and portions of the textbook may become out of date. Since our books are web-based, we can make updates periodically when deemed pedagogically necessary. If you have a correction to suggest, submit it through the link on your book page on openstax.org. Subject matter experts review all errata suggestions. OpenStax is committed to remaining transparent about all updates, so you will also find a list of past errata changes on your book page on openstax.org. Format. You can access this textbook for free in WebView or PDF through openstax.org, and for a low cost in print. About American Government 3E. American Government 3E aligns to the topics and objectives of many introductory American government courses. We have endeavored to make the government workings, issues, debates, and impacts meaningful and memorable to students while maintaining the conceptual coverage and rigor inherent in the subject at the college level. With this objective in mind, the content of this textbook has been developed and arranged to provide a logical progression from the fundamental principles of institutional design at the founding, to avenues of political participation, to thorough coverage of the political structures that constitute American government. The book builds upon what students have already learned and emphasizes connections between topics as well as between theory and applications. The goal of each section is to enable students not just to recognize concepts, but to work with them in ways that will be useful in later courses, future careers, and as engaged citizens. The organization and pedagogical features were developed and vetted with feedback from a diverse group of American government instructors. Changes to the third edition. Because the discipline of political science looks closely at our nation's people, communities, and systems, introductory government texts must remain grounded in scholarship yet attuned to current events and emerging issues. Updates include improvements based on feedback from users, including expanded coverage of historical content on civil rights, and current examples of issues regarding civil rights and civil liberties. The driving principle of these changes is to help students understand that government is neither distant nor unreachable, but that it has personal influences and human impacts. The authors and reviewers sought to confront and illuminate the negative and hurtful aspects of our nation and its history, while demonstrating societal and individual progress. In doing so, the approach seeks to provide instructors with ample opportunities to open discussions, extend and update concepts, and drive deeper engagement. In addition to ensuring data is as current as possible across the book's narrative text, graphs and charts have been revised for currency as appropriate. Throughout the book, examples, illustrations, and photographs on selected topics have been updated to ensure they are timely and relevant to students today. American Government 3E incorporates the transition to a new administration in 2021 and associated changes across branches, as well as ongoing and recent societal issues. The COVID-19 pandemic is referenced frequently, providing additional opportunities for students to share their own stories, and for instructors to lead into more current government actions and outcomes. The revisions are focused on careful and balanced treatment of the events and developments of recent years, and the manner in which those developments connect to core concepts. Engaging features. Throughout American Government 3E, you will find features that engage students by taking selected topics a step further. Our features include 1. Get Connected. This feature shows students ways they can become engaged in the U.S. political system. Follow-up may include an activity prompt or a discussion question on how students might address a particular problem. 2. Finding a middle ground. This feature highlights a trade-off or compromise related to the chapter's content area. Follow-up questions guide students to examine multiple perspectives on an issue, think critically about the complexities of the topic, and share their opinions. 3. Insider Perspective. This feature takes students behind the scenes of the governmental system to see how things actually work. Follow-up questions ask students for their reaction to this peek inside the black box of politics. 4. Link to Learning. This feature provides a very brief introduction to a website that is pertinent to students' exploration of the topic at hand. Included in every module, Link to Learning boxes allow students to connect easily to the most current data on ever-changing content such as poll research, budget statistics, and election coverage. 5. Milestone. This feature looks at a key historical moment or series of events in the topic area. Follow-up questions link the milestone to the larger chapter theme and probe students' knowledge and opinions about the events under discussion. Effective Art Program. Our art program is designed to enhance students' understanding of concepts through clear and effective statistical graphs, tables, and photographs. Figure 1. When it comes to voting, with which party do you consider yourself to be affiliated? When it comes to most political issues, do you think of yourself as a? Which party do you prefer win the 2016 campaign for president? Figure 2. U.S. 117th Congress by gender, race, and religion. Figure 3. Appointments of the current Supreme Court justices. Module materials that reinforce key concepts. 1. Learning objectives. Every module begins with a set of clear and concise learning objectives. These objectives are designed to help the instructor decide what content to include or assign, and to guide students with respect to what they can expect to learn. After completing the module and end-of-module exercises, students should be able to demonstrate mastery of the learning objectives. 2. Summaries. Section summaries distill the information in each module for both students and instructors down to key, concise points addressed in the section. 3. Key terms. Key terms are in bold and are followed by a definition in context. Definitions of key terms are also listed in the glossary, which appears at the end of the chapter. 4. Assessments. Multiple choice and short answer review questions provide opportunities to recall and test the information students learn throughout each module. End of chapter critical thinking questions encourage deeper reflection on the chapter concepts and themes. 5. Suggestions for further study. This curated list of books, films, and online resources helps students further explore the chapter topic. Additional resources. Student and instructor resources. We've compiled additional resources for both students and instructors, including Getting Started guides, PowerPoint slides, and an instructor answer guide. Instructor resources require a verified instructor account, which you can apply for when you log in or create your account on OpenStax.org. Take advantage of these resources to supplement your OpenStax book. Community Hubs. OpenStax partners with the Institute for the Study of Knowledge Management in Education, ISKME, to offer community hubs on OER Commons, a platform for instructors to share community-created resources that support OpenStax books, free of charge. Through our community hubs, Instructors can upload their own materials or download resources to use in their own courses, including additional ancillaries, teaching material, multimedia, and relevant course content. We encourage instructors to join the hubs for the subjects most relevant to your teaching and research as an opportunity both to enrich your courses and to engage with other faculty. To reach the community hubs, visit OER Commons. https://www.oercommons.org/hubs/OpenStax. Technology partners. As allies in making high-quality learning materials accessible, our technology partners offer optional low-cost tools that are integrated with OpenStax books. To access the technology options for your text, visit your book page on openstax.org. About the authors. Senior Contributing Authors. Glenn Krutz, Content Lead, Oklahoma State University. Dr. Glenn Krutz received his BA and MPA from the University of Nevada, Reno, and his PhD from Texas A&M University. He currently serves as Professor of Political Science, Puterbaugh Foundation Chair, and Dean of Arts and Sciences at Oklahoma State University. Dr. Krutz previously held academic appointments at Arizona State University and the University of Oklahoma. He has taught American government to countless students over the years. Prior to his academic career, Dr. Krutz worked in politics and policy, as a campaign assistant and then Capitol Hill aide to a U.S. Senator, and as a research analyst for what would become the Nevada system of higher education. An award-winning teacher and researcher, he has authored and co-authored several books, and his work has appeared in numerous leading journals. Dr. Krutz's current research probes questions of public policy agenda setting in democratic political institutions, especially Congress. Sylvie Voskovich, Lead Editor, Ph.D. Dr. Voskovich received her BSBA from Georgetown University and her MA and Ph.D. from the Institute of French Studies at New York University. With a specialization in Franco-American relations and over 10 years of teaching experience at the university level, Sylvie left academia to join the ranks of higher education publishing. She has spent the last 9 years editing college textbooks and academic journals in the humanities, social sciences, and world languages. Contributing authors. Prosper Bernard Jr., City University of New York. Jennifer Danley Scott, Texas Woman's University. Ann Cordes, Johnson and Wales University. Christopher Lawrence, Middle Georgia State College. Tanya Neves, George Mason University. Adam Newmark, Appalachian State University. Brooks D. Simpson, Arizona State University. Abram Trotsky, U.S. Army War College. Joel Webb, Tulane University. Sean Williams, Campbellsville University. Rhonda Wierzensky, Indiana University Southeast. Reviewers. Brad Allard, Hill College. Milan Andreevich, Ivy Tech Community College. Thomas Arndt, Rowan University. Sue Atkinson, University of Maryland University College. Edward Bond, Alabama A&M University. Joseph Campbell, Rose State College. James Davenport, Rose State College. Sharon Dubrow, Rhodes State College. Henry Esparza, University of Texas San Antonio. Terry Fine, University of Central Florida. Mark Francisco, Volunteer State Community College. Sarah Gershon, Georgia State University. Rick Johnny, Indiana University Northwest. Travis Grasser, Commerce High School. Eric Herzik, University of Nevada, Reno. Matthew Hips, Dalton State College. Alexander Hogan, Lone Star College Cy-Fair. Cynthia Hunter Summerlin, Tarrant County College. Segai Isaac, University of Missouri Rolla. Walter Jackowski, 3, Northwest College. Kevin Jeffries, Alvin Community College. J. Aaron Knight, Houston Community College. Robert Lancaster, Kentucky State University. John Lund, Keene State College. Sherry McLachlan, Palm Beach State College. Carol Marmaduke Sands, North Central Texas College. James McCormick, Iowa State University. Eric Miller, Blinn College. Sarah Moats, Florida International University. Marie Natoli, Emmanuel College. Karin Newman, Miami University of Ohio. James Newman, Southeast Missouri State University. Cynthia Newton, Wesley College. Jeffrey S. Peak, Clemson University. G. David Price, Santa Fe College. James Ronan, Rowan University. David Smith, Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. Lanice Smith, Jackson State University. Kai Sorensen, Central Michigan University. James Starkey, Pasadena City College. Karen Stewart, Collin College. Abram Trotsky, United States Coast Guard Academy. Adam Warber, Clemson University. Alexander Wathen, University of Houston Downtown. Reed Welch, West Texas A&M University. Yvonne Wallenberg, Rutgers University. John Wood, University of Central Oklahoma. Laura Wood, Tarrant County College. Michael Zarkin, Westminster College.